These are the type of friends you got to get rid of immediately. They're not going to be good for you long term. And as a 30-year-old who has gone through life, these are the type of friends you do not want to keep around. Number 1 is the flaky friend. This friend does not have any respect for your time and respect for you in general. They don't understand the hours it took to get ready and for them to cancel last minute on you. And it's not even just one time. If they do this frequently, they are literally like one of the worst people in my opinion. To be honest, they don't really deserve to have friends, because why are you flaking on someone that is supposedly important to you? Do you not understand the time and effort it took for me to get ready and look good? And then I had plans I could have made not with you. Number 2, oh my God, the friend that puts you down in front of other people. They're like out here trying to be like, oh my God, Ashley, like that's not even the correct thing to say. Or like, they're like, oh my God, like you are so wrong. Like it's because of this and this and that. Like, and if they're trying to embarrass you on purpose, or they're trying to like make you feel dumb to other people, you're literally awful. And why would I want to be around someone that make me feel bad? Like if they're doing this on purpose, they're an awful person. I don't care if they have other good qualities about them. They literally suck and they probably hate themselves. 3 is that they're very male focused and they center their whole lives around men. That will be a very exhausting friendship to have, because they're going to prioritize their boyfriend, the guy they're talking to, over you. So let's say that you had plans together, but Frederick asked them to hang out last minute. And what are they going to do? They're going to choose Frederick. This person may or may not be a good friend to you still. However, if they are focused solely on having a guy around, or like always prioritizing their guy over you, they have this like insecurity, they have like this desire and need for male validation, and unfortunately that type of friend is just not going to serve you a great purpose if you decide to be friends with them. They're always going to make you feel like you're not their priority, and that's going to feel very lonesome and like exhausting with this type of friendship. For the friend that expects you to do favors for them, but at the minute you ask them to do favors for you, they're nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, like you are only using people to get what you want out of it, right? But when it comes to me asking you for a favor, oh, it's just too much. It's too much work, right? Get rid of that person. They don't respect you. They don't value you as a friend. It's exhausting to be around that type of person. Please get rid of them if you haven't already. Let me know more examples in the comments. Remember to stay safe, and I love you.
People do not genuinely want to be your friend, and I learned to accept that, and I think that y'all should too. But hear me out before y'all be like, yes, they do. I'm lit. I'm cool. Everybody want to hang with me. No, they don't, girl. And if they do, it's not genuine. And listen, I'm about to break it all down to you, but if you don't want to be traumatized when meeting new people and when trying to make new friends, just skip this video, because you're not going to look at it the same no more. You're going to start to see stuff for what it really is. People only want to be your friend for one of the following reasons. Number 1, they want to know your business. That's like one of the most common reasons of it all. Like they just want to know how you got what you got, how you doing what you doing, who that man is that you be with, what it is that the outside world don't know about you. They just want to know something about you. They trying to figure you out. And if you're somebody who don't really let the world see too much, the best thing to try to do is to just try to be your friend in order to figure it out. And it's so funny because I've been through this enough to be able to spot it out instantly. Like if I'm building a connection with somebody, do not ask me nothing personal. If I choose to tell you something, okay, cool, allow me to do that, which is rare. But if I choose to do it, that's just because I feel like, I feel comfortable. I feel like doing it. Once you start asking me too much, you start asking me questions. Oh, who is that? Who calling you? How did you do this? How did you do that? You just want to know my business, and now I don't want to be around you. So that's number 1. Number 2, they just want proximity. A lot of times people see your worth way before you see it. They see the good in you. Like they see the potential in you. And so a lot of times people want to come around you because it's like they just want that connection. They know that what you're doing is great, or they see that what you're about to do is great, and they just want to get around you for the benefits of it all. When I tell you, I've experienced this so much in the last year, and it could be proximity with anything. Like you can have a certain job that they desire and they'll get around you, not because they want to be a friend, but because they want that job. You can have a friendship with another person and they don't even care about you. They just want to get close to that friend. So they're using you to get close to that friend. Funny, but not funny, haha. Funny weird. People literally just be wanting perks of your life. Like they see, your man always take you and your friends out. They want that. They want to come hang around you. They see that you always in sections, standing up on couches. They bored at home. They want to go do the same thing. They'll try to befriend you for that. Like Literally, people are just users. Number 3, people want to get around you just to spot your flaws. Like, sometimes they just want to see, like, oh, she's not so perfect after all. She do have flaws. They're literally just trying to feed their own insecurities, and so they want to get around you to see where you're doing bad at, what's really not what you make it seem, and they're just literally trying to humble you in their minds. Like, that's literally the whole purpose. It makes people happy to see failure, especially when they don't have a certain level of confidence. Like, you ever tell somebody something good and it's never that much excitement, it's never that much conversation, but the moment you bring up when things are going bad for you, they so engaged, like, oh dang, for real, girl, then what happened, how that happened? Yeah, they don't really want to be a friend, sis. They just want to see that it's not really what you say it is. And it's like, we all go through stuff, so it can still very much be what you say it is, but it's just like you having a moment. They won't even acknowledge that. They literally are trying to humble you. They want some dirt on you to satisfy either their jealousy, their envy, or whatever insecurity they might have in their own self. And as scary as that sounds, it's real. And number 4, they might just want to come around you to copy you. They need some character tips. They need some character traits. They see, it's something in you that they like. They want to pick up on it, whether it's your job, whether it's your actual personality, whether it's whatever it is. They literally want to come around you just to copy you and steal the sauce. And so that's why you can't never give people too much. And this is why it's so difficult for me to make friendships, y'all. Because I just really see through it. Like, I see through it all. And I know I said that, they're going to come around you for one of these reasons, but it can very much be multiple of the reasons. They can be around you for more than one thing. So it just gets scary. And it's like, it's a very hard time to be trying to make genuine connections because people just not genuine no more. Like, especially in the day and age of social media. And while I do feel like every relationship and every friendship should be beneficial, I also don't feel like you should just be using people. So, like, it's just a weird, touchy subject for me, but beware, girl. They don't want to be your friend for real.
Someone needs to hear this today, but if you have to explain to someone and prove that something that they did makes you feel uncomfortable, they are not your friend, babes. They are not your friend at all. Does not matter how much time has passed, how long you have known them, they are not your friend. If you say, I am uncomfortable, please do not do that again, and they're like, oh, it was just a joke, they're not your friend.
Every single friendship in my life that's ever gone wrong or they've done me dirty, every single one of those people had the exact same things in common towards the end. Like, in a relationship, when you can start getting the vibes that, like, something is off or, like, they've lost interest, kind of the same thing with a friend. Now, I take my friendships very seriously. Like, there are not a lot of people in my life right now that have not been in my life for, like, 5+ years. So respect, loyalty, like all that is very, very important to me. And giveaway sign for me is the friend stops asking about anything personal in your life. But it's more so like when you guys are talking, they don't ask you a single question about yourself. They only talk about them. Like, even when you try to bring up something that has to do with you, like, they shut it down immediately or they make it about themselves. Another thing, especially for like girl and girl friendships, is if you're out with them and they're on their phone like the entire time. Like, I understand that we're not on a date, but like, if I'm out with a girlfriend and you're on your phone at dinner, like, especially if it's just me and you and like there's not other people to like talk to me if you're on your phone, I think that is just so rude and disrespectful. And like, I don't care if that sounds superficial of me, but I know that there are friends that I have in my life that would never do that to me because they see it the same way that I do. Like, if I'm going out of my way, spending money to go out, and you're just sitting there on your phone the whole time and making me look stupid, like, why am I even here? Every single one of my friendships that has like not worked out or they've ended up doing me wrong at the end of it, they started doing that so much at the end. I don't know if this sounds very obvious, like, like, no shit, like, obviously they don't care about you. So most of my friendships that I've had in my life have worked out, and I know that this is not a lot to ask for, and you should not feel like you're crazy or like you're asking for too much or you're high maintenance from like asking or bringing this up to a friend. Friendship is a relationship, even if it is a friendship and not like a romantic relationship. Like, respect still goes both ways, and if you're spending time out of like your day to hang out with them, don't make them look stupid by being on your phone the whole time. Don't make them feel like they're crazy or, they're selfish for wanting to talk about themselves. Because at least I can tell you personally, those people that don't care about your life, don't ask about your life, they wouldn't care to screw you over either.
I do not understand how this is a hot take in the slightest, and yet somehow it is, because there are so many people, like day walkers, that are just walking around in broad daylight that will act like this. Grown adults that will act like this. I'm talking about the kind of friend that you have, right? The kind of friend that seems like they enjoy being around you, seems like they care about you, seems like they're invested in your well-being and your personal feelings, okay? They seem like when you're around them that they care about you, but if you stop texting them today, they would never reach out to you. Your friendship is hanging on by the thread that is you texting first. Those kind of people. Because it always seems like, well, they miss me after they go a long time without seeing me. It's kind of shocking, because you're like, when we do hang out and when I do reach out to them, they do agree to make plans and like we are good and everything's fine. But when you stop reaching out to those people, they never reach out to you. I'm going to be a junior in college this upcoming semester, so I've only been in college for 2 years, and yet the amount of people that I've made friends with and lost a friendship with because I stopped reaching out first and doing all of the work is crazy. I'm not talking about the situations where someone's clearly going through something. I'm not talking about those situations where it's a very close friend that you've had for an extended period of time and that's just become your routine and dynamic that both of you can rely on and both of you are happy and comfortable with. And I'm absolutely not talking about new friendships where both of you are figuring things out, okay? But if you have a semi-close friend that you want to deepen that friendship with, why would you sit by and let them do all the work? It stops being emotional investment the second it stops being predominantly mutual. Again, there are exceptions to this, and that's fine. But if it stops being mutual, it goes from emotional investment by reaching out to somebody and asking them how they're doing, asking them if they want to talk, to a chore. Because a chore is something that you do to upkeep and maintain the well-being of something that you need to take care of. If you don't wipe your butt, bad things will happen, okay? If texting someone in your life has become more similar emotionally to wiping your butt or brushing your teeth, that is not a friend. And I challenge you to stop reaching out to these kinds of people and stop doing all the work, because you deserve people that will invest in you just as much. It's not bad to invest in someone and expect something out of somebody. It's not bad to have standards. And typically, people like me and you that always do the reaching out, that always do the heavy lifting, attract people that are freeloaders and do not care about us in the same way that we care about them. Life is too short to settle for this kind of behavior, and you deserve better. And if you have experience with this, please give advice in the comments, because I can tell that this video is going to reach the right audience who probably needs this advice.
If you're around your friend and you get the smallest inkling, the smallest like this.
I'm gonna tell you one better. So go watch her video, then go and watch Blake's video, because I just have to get this off my chest. And essentially they were talking about, like, if you even have like an inkling of a doubt that your friend is not your friend, right? And then Blake went ahead and was talking about, you know, sometimes people want to be around you because you're a good friend, not because they like you as a person. So I'm gonna come in and let me tell y'all a quick little story. So true story, and I kind of make this up. I had this one homegirl this one time, and we've been friends. We were friends for like years, mind you, years. Met through, I'll just say a mutual. I don't want to say who or when, because you guys are gonna piece two and two together and make a phone. But we had been friends for a long time. We're introduced, and this girl continuously made, like, there would always be like some subtle or slight remark. So for instance, we had went to this Eric Bellinger concert, and he had done this thing where it's like, if you guess the correct album cover, I'll send you a song that's like unreleased, right? I'll send to your email. So I guessed, and apparently I guessed right. So I got the song, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in Seattle, I'll be at your concert. I was like, this is what I'm be wearing. Like, can I meet you? He's like, hell yeah. So boom, happens. So on the way back after the concert, mind you, I'm a little drunk, and I get escorted down the hall with the other people who like got the album cover to take pictures. And this girl was in the groupie line, and she watches me walk forward like ahead of them, and, you know, respectfully. And I got to get my picture with this man. So afterwards, the next day, she's like, you were just so fucked up and embarrassing. You were acting like a groupie. You were, mind you, the whole time I was just excited. I vividly remember this night. I was not acting crazy. I was not screaming. I just, you know, picture as a normal fucking human would do, right? But she's telling this story as if I was screaming down the hallway, like running, doing all these things that I clearly was not doing, right? Talking about how embarrassing I was. Forward, this girl takes me to basically this two guys who are still really good friends of mine, and brings me over to their house, introduces me, and you know me, like I'm chitty chatty, like I'm chatting it up, we're having a good time. The next day, you were so annoying, they were just tired of you, couldn't wait for you to leave, blah blah blah. Mind you, this is how she is all the time. Me and my best friends, we all go out to some clubs, she's always there, we're dancing, we're popping it for Jesus, you know what I mean? And she just standing there looking. You guys were so embarrassing. You guys were, and always some hating ass, negative ass, Nancy ass shit to say. So in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I'm sick of it. Fast forward. Long story short, I ended up having to cut her off because she did some weird shit on my birthday when we were out of the fucking country. And she had to go home. So anyways, the overseas, that's a conversation for a whole different day because it's just too long. But I was talking to one of my homeboys about it, and he was like, you know, Teeny, he's like, I feel like she's trying to live a life she didn't deserve through the life that you have earned. Do you follow what I'm saying? So the best way I can describe the lesson that I've learned is that sometimes people don't like you, but they want your personality, they want your looks, they want the life that you have, they want the social interactions that you have. And they're not necessarily keeping you around because they like you. They're just afraid to be left in the dust. They're afraid to be that friend who used to be your fucking friend, who used to be able to speak on you. They don't want to be left out. And when I thought back on it, I was like, damn, that's really what it would be. I would be the pretty friend she would bring around. I would be the trophy friend. I would be the girl who got her shit together. I would be the friend with the money. I would be the friend, you know? And it would always be people love me. People think so highly of me. And every time somebody would ever say something positive, she would be right there to tear you down, right there to say, well, you do this, or oh, you do this, or oh, you do this. And it will always be something fucking negative. Would never be nothing positive coming out her mouth. But as soon as she needs you to be there, yes, you have to be there. As soon as she needs you to do something, or as soon as she want to say something, you have to be receptive, or you have to sit there and consider her feelings and how she's going to feel when she's never taken one step to consider yours. Be wary of those fucking friends. All those friends who always have to kiki and make some fucking joke at your expense. No, they mean it. And I guarantee if you took their phone or their iPad and typed your name in, I guarantee you would find a lot of fucked up shit. And it's funny because remember how I talked about those two guys? She's so annoying. She's this, she's that. Whole time, they never said none of that. They said, excuse me? We never said that about you. We've always liked you. And we told her that we liked you as a person. Somebody else, we never liked that girl. She said that we used to mess around. We never used to mess around. She used to be obsessed with me. Oh, shit, so-and-so did this? She'll have every justification in the world. You asked that person, that never happened. I never said that. You never did that. Y'all choose your friends wisely.
Things my friends have said about me and I still stayed friends with them. Picture a baddie last year and it was my friend's birthday coming up and she handed me the invitation specifically to me. She only said this to me. She basically said, girl, don't overdress when you come to my birthday party. And I was like, girl, what do you mean? I'm just a fashionista baddie. Like, I just like to dress cute. And please tell me she responds with, no, I feel like every time you go out, you like dress like you're looking for attention. The fuck? What do you mean? When she said that, I'm like, so what do you want me to wear then? And she was talking about, oh, I don't know, just like don't outshine me. Girl, you the birthday girl. The fuck? You the birthday. It's your birthday. How the fuck am I gonna outshine you on your birthday? The fuck? At the time, I didn't take it as a diss because what the fuck do you mean I be dressing for attention? But please tell me why I went to the birthday party and I'm like, okay, whatever, I won't outdress her. So I just wore a tank top and jeans. And then once I got to her birthday party and handed her her gift, please tell me why she's talking about, oh, you dressed really raggedy. It's almost like you told me to dress like that. And for me, what upset me is the fact that I let her talk to me like that. And then on top of that, I let her dim my light. And this is the same girl that would tell me to cover up when I would hang out with her when her man would come home. The fuck? It's almost like it's not a baddie's fault for existing. Like, why do I have to cover up because your man has wandering eyes and that upsets you? Like, why not just be with a man who can control himself and don't be overly wandering his eye, overly fucking lustful? The fuck? But of course, me and this girl stopped being friends because I found out that she was liking hate comments about a baddie. Next thing one of my friends told me is that I looked like a man. I'm not even fucking lying. And the only reason why I found out is because she put her man on speaker and her man did not know that he was on speaker and that I could hear him. And she was over here talking about, oh yeah, I'm hanging out with Ariane. We're at my house having fun. And he's over here talking about, oh, the girl that you said looks like a man. Oh. Please tell me why, once he said that, this girl, like, she just had, like, a shocked face. Like, she did not know what the fuck to say. And in my mind, I didn't process it. Like, I think I'm a mind of a mastermind, but at that time, I wasn't a mind of a fucking mastermind because I didn't fucking process what was going on. So obviously, I just go in defense mode and I start defending myself because I never spoke to this man. I've never met this man and we never seen each other in person. And I was still friends with her after that. This is the same girl where I was trying to plan something with her and hang out with her. And I'm like, oh, do you want to do something this week? And she's like, no, I'm going to hang out with X, Y, and fucking Z. And then I'm like, oh, okay, so can we hang out this week? And she was like, no, I have plans with this person. And then I'm still trying to hang out with her and still trying to plan stuff with her. And then she turns around talking about, do you not have any other friends? Oh. Oh, okay. And then I realized the only time she would hang out with the baddie is because her other friends would be busy. This is the finished makeup look. I'm gonna start posting more on YouTube, so please go subscribe. The link is in the bio. And let me know if you guys want a part 2. As always, I love you guys so much. Bye!
Jealous women all have this one thing in common. Literally, it's a pattern of behavior that seems to seep into every person who holds the spirit of jealousy. And it's this: jealous women lack humility and they are extremely prideful. Okay? Possibly it sounds like a no-brainer, but when you really think about this, they just don't have any space or room to let others shine in their life. When they see someone who is extremely shiny, be it in beauty, be it in talent, smartness, kindness, they have a beautiful heart, people like them, they're lovable, they're likable, they cannot stand that because it is not them. So in turn, what they do, they chastise, they punish the person who is the object of their envy and jealousy. And they didn't even do anything. They were just existing. They were just bearing their gifts. They were bearing their God-given talents, their beauty, whether it's inside or out. And the jealous person cannot stand it because it's not them. They are not the shiny object in the room, and they want to be the shiny object at all times. And it enrages them, it angers them, it makes them so annoyed that they are not being focused on, that attention is not on them. One thing I will say to you ladies, if you are struggling with jealousy, if you are struggling with envy, I have the anecdote for you. And it's simply doing the opposite of being prideful, doing the opposite of having a lack of humility. If you see a beautiful girl who is possibly a triple threat, people love her, people talk about her, maybe guys have a crush on her, like a whole team of guys, I don't know. Let her bask in her shininess. Let all of the attention be on her. Now, I'm a Christian, and there's this really lovely prayer I heard one day, like listening to my dad's like radio in the car, and it stuck with me. And it was a prayer saying, Lord, if there's a person who is like achieving more than me, is getting more attention, more credit, more just good things are happening to them, let me put myself back for a second and let them go before me and shine. And that is the spirit of humility. Humility conquers jealousy. It conquers envy. Trust me. And it's that wisdom of knowing and understanding that yes, there are going to be people who are possibly better than you in different parts of life, in different situations. But you don't always need to be the shiniest object in the room, especially if you have the inner security and knowing that you are fine the way you are, and that other people will acknowledge your greatness. And it doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be in a work setting. It doesn't have to be in a social setting that is going on presently. But there are people who will praise your greatness. And if there isn't, you've got yourself. And that is a very hard thing or hard place for people to come to, because you do want that attention, you do want that praise from others, you do want that acknowledgement, you do want people to put you on a pedestal because of your efforts, because of your greatness. It's a natural human need. But what attention is, what praise is actually you wanting love from others because you don't really have it within yourself. And that's where self-love comes in. That's where you can say it doesn't matter whether people recognize me or not, praise me or not. I'm good with me. I'm good with myself. I think I'm so amazing. Look at what I've done. Look at what I've achieved, you know? Other people don't have to acknowledge that because I know the value of who I am and what I've done. And jealous women do not seem to grasp this wisdom. It's very tough for them to swallow that or swallow their pride and let others go before them, you know? I'm in the modeling industry, I'm in the pageant industry, and I've had many times where I've lost a pageant, you know, and you go to yourself, you know, I've done X, Y, and Z, I've deserved to win, you know, that naturally comes with losing. But then later on, in your own quiet time, you realize it doesn't matter, it just wasn't your time. You had to do more preparation, you had to do more soul searching, you had to learn the art of elegance, the art of grace, to allow others to go before you and possibly win that competition, win that pageant. Even if you think that you deserved it, it doesn't matter because your time hasn't come. You were in a room that wasn't for you yet, you know? They had to adjust. There were possibly people who knew it wasn't your time yet, or you just weren't in the right room. There is space for everyone to shine under the sun. The sun doesn't just shine upon one person or a group of people. It shines on everyone, you know? If you are a jealous woman, if you're struggling with jealousy, everyone does. It's a natural thing, but it's truly how you express it that is the most important thing. And some people express it in hostility, in belittling others, in calling them names, gossiping about them. All of that. I want you to express your jealousy in a way that presents you as being full of humility, full of grace, allowing the other person to shine, because it doesn't dim your light, it doesn't dim your greatness. It's literally that. And it takes a lot of strength and a lot of self-love to come to that conclusion. And I hope that you women, I hope everyone who is on my platform is that strong to really know that they are good the way they are, that they don't need to compare themselves to the person who is the shiniest object of the room, you know? You already know that you're the shiniest object in the room anyways. It doesn't matter whether the majority of people disagree, you know? If you're good with you, you can conquer the world.